Hey guys, welcome back. How you guys doing? Today is going to be a challenge, and here's why. It's a challenge because this is my first POV of 2024. So as you can see, I'm just getting my bag ready to go. Putting all the stuff I need in here so we're ready to rumble outside. But it's a challenge, or shall I say the who, what, where, why is going to be in another video. So stay tuned for that one when that comes out. You can stay tuned by hitting the bell icon on the bottom left once you hit the subscribe button. But I want to keep things nice, short and sweet. So in that respect, the challenge today is to make photos around the theme or focus of leading line photography. So that is the focus for today. With this challenge comes, I'm giving myself 3 rules. The main one being I'm only giving myself 35 shots with this camera. So imagine this is an old film camera. I've put a roll of film in there, and the roll of film allows up to 35 shots. That's the full roll, which is kind of fitting because this is a 35mm lens. So 35 shots on a 35, not bad. The second one, I've given myself a soft time limit of 4 hours to get 35 shots, or to use up 35 shots. I don't have to use all of it, but I have up to a maximum of 35. The time limit is just soft because I want to make this challenge not too easy, but just kind of a nice, gentle introduction into more challenges that you guys are going to suggest to me in the comments below. Yes. And the last kind of rule, or soft rule shall I say, is that I'm not going to restrict myself. So there's no restriction on location if this is the last thing, but to keep in the spirit of things and keeping things realistic, I'm going to try and stay within a certain radius of central London. So wherever I airdrop it in, I'm going to keep myself, or explore, but keep myself within a realistic distance, so not traveling incredibly far out. Just keeping it within that radius of where I'm going. Where I'm going, you'll have to wait and see, so you have to stick around and watch the whole thing to know where I am heading, because even I don't know where I'm heading, so it's a journey together. So with that being said, the bag is packed, the bag is ready to go, I'm ready to go, I've had my breakfast. Let's go and make some leading line photography. And in the spirit of challenges, I challenge you guys to hit that like and subscribe button in the bottom left of your screen. Yeah, you know where it is. Make sure you hit it. I will see you in the video. Yes, guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the Street POVs, the ones you love, especially the ones with voiceovers on them. Just a heads up that the photos in this video were edited using one of my 3 moody presets, because you know London is very moody. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. And as you can see, I have airdropped into familiar surroundings, that of St. Paul's. So this area and a little bit around it is going to be where I'm going to conduct this challenge, this POV challenge for you guys. But I need your help with this first photo, if I should include it or should it not count for this particular challenge, because I was trying to get the railings of the steps leading out of St. Paul's station to the underground sign, to lead your eyes into the underground sign, but unfortunately my cropped sensor with my lens wasn't wide enough to have the railings lead you into the underground sign. So what do you think? Should I count it or should it not count? Leave a comment below. I've heard a lot as a photographer, don't forget to look up. And after 4 years along this journey, I am starting to understand why. I've actually never taken a photo from this perspective of the lift mechanics leading up to the viewing portion of this shopping mall opposite St. Paul's Cathedral. But I'm very happy I did so because the combination of lines and symmetry fit perfectly into this challenge. The next 4 photos show, 1, I need to be careful not to burn through my allocated shots in one area, and 2, sometimes one area actually has so many different perspectives to it. So I want to know from you guys if these shots are better with or without a person or people as additional subjects to the scene, with St. Paul's being the main subject point of the photos. Personally, I actually wanted there to be people, just one on each side coming down both sides of the escalator, meeting at one specific point to give an added layer of symmetry to the shot, similar to the one you saw with the elevator mechanics. Don't get me wrong, I am happy with how these photos came out, but now I just have an extra push and motivation for the next time I am in this location or in a similar location that presents this composition to get the shot I want. For this shot, I don't know whether I was having a mind blank around the composition I was trying to create, because I don't know why I decided to really overextend the focus of the lights that you see above in this tunnel. I probably could have set the typical composition of keeping everything kind of like centered. You'd have the leading lines from the top lights dotted, the railing on the side, the wall, and everything, pulling your focus straight down that tunnel to any oncoming subject that wanders into my frame. But I guess sometimes being a little bit unorthodox can create some really interesting compositions, and I think this is quite interesting to really over focus the lights above to get the shot that I wanted. This shot has to be one of my favorites from this street session, because seeing the gaps in the bridge, the boat, and then trying to fit that boat into the gap to then lead your eyes from that to the background image of Tower Bridge, and then
Tower Bridge, if you're looking the other way, pulling your focus back into the boat, just shows a good example of having an idea, seeing what's around you, and then trying to make a composition, a story around that has a few layers, not complex layers, but just a few layers to amplify the shot that you initially had in your head. These next two shots, I'm very happy with how the edit in post came out. Everything seems to pop after quite a moody day. But I'm even more happy with how it's the same idea of highlighting how busy things were, but just taken from two different angles to give an entirely different feel and look. One is a title almost putting you into the scene, feeling how busy it is, and the other is admiring the busyness from a distance and how we are all in our own little worlds just moving along. The last word to Burna Boy, and this is as simple as it gets. I saw this initial composition I wanted to create whilst walking toward Tower Bridge from St. Paul's, but there was no pockets of light. It was still quite moody and grey and, you know. But on the way back, the pockets appeared, and now I just needed a subject, in this case subjects, to walk into my frame, which they did, minding their business with your focus being pulled to their conversation or being pulled away from their conversation to how far they have to travel to get back onto the main road. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, as it helps out the channel more than you can imagine. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the bottom left of your screen. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Rule, or should we call it rule? We can call it rule, right? Yeah. The last rule per se is, so the last rule per se is that, well, this is not really a rule, is it?